Hi, my name is Marjorie, and I'm a documentary-style newborn and family photographer. Parenthood is such a wonderful adventure, but it can feel lonely sometimes. So many experiences we go through are never really talked about. I wanted to create a space where parents can openly discuss their challenges, their successes, and their journeys. This is the resource I wish I had when I first became a mom. This is I Wish I Knew, a series on parenthood.
Hi, my name is Karina, and this is my husband, Uday, and we just had a baby girl named Celine 9 days ago, and we are very excited for this next chapter in our lives. We were getting ready to go pick out our Christmas tree. It was just an ordinary Tuesday morning, except I was feeling some unusual back pain. We had our weekly Tuesday doctor's appointment for me at 12:30. So we're just like, we're gonna see the doctor at 12:30, everything's fine. We get home, we put the tree in, and now I'm like, it's really bad. So I'm texting with one of my friends who's had a baby, and she's like, I don't know, Karina, this sounds like you're having contractions. We're like, all right, maybe we should just get to the doctor a little bit early. So we left like around 12:10. They take me in right away into the room. They strap me into like this really old school machine that does like the charts. And then she comes in, she checks me, and she takes her glove out of her hand and she goes, go to the hospital, you're having this baby today. So they go ahead, they put me in a room, they check me, and they're like, oh, girl, you're 6 to 7 centimeters dilated. This baby is coming now. They're like, is this your first baby? And I was like, yeah, this is my first baby. They're like, most new moms get here at 0 to 3 centimeters, or they come 5 times. Like, how didn't you feel pain? Like, when did you start contracting? And I'm like, I don't know, 9 a.m., but I was just waiting. I just thought it was lower back pain. I had nothing in the front. Everything was in my back. And now it's just really painful. They put me in a bed. Now they're coming in every probably 3 minutes. They take my blood pressure, and my blood pressure's super high because of everything I'd been going through. So they couldn't give me the epidural. It's now 1:45. So now I'm like enduring pain from like 1:45 to 2:45 of just contractions coming in. They drew blood, and then they said, if the blood results come back in 30 minutes and they're good, we can give you the epidural. So those 30 minutes felt like 3 days. They finally came in, they gave me the epidural around like 2:50, 55, 3-ish. And I went numb my legs, but the contractions were still piercing just in my lower back. And the pain was out of control. So I just started pushing right at 4:05. And it was, what epidural, I have no idea, because I felt everything. And pushed, and I was screaming, I can't do this, I'm sweating, I'm hot, I'm cold, everything. I'm just changing in temperature. I pushed, and this baby girl came out at 4:46 p.m. And they put her on me, and then Uday cut her umbilical cord, and then all the contractions went away, and my doctor's like, that was the easiest, smoothest delivery I've done in a very long time. She's like, you're a champion.
It was amazing. Once she was skin to skin with me, she stole my heart. And it was just like an amazing feeling. She's healthy, she's safe, and we have to be the best parents to keep her safe and hopefully in as much comfort as we can give to her. And that was just like, that started at that moment when she was coming out of the womb.
You're always a little nervous because she was early and she was so tiny. You know, everyone around you in the room was just like, but she's happy, she's healthy, she's good, she's strong. So the feeling was just like, this is, you know, such an important moment for me, like to now become a mother, to take care of her. And she was perfect. It was perfect. I couldn't have asked for a better situation. You moms are like superheroes. Like, your maternal clock just turns on right when you walked in this door. I was just like, okay, what do I need to do? How do I do this? She's crying, feed her.
Karina's put a lot on her shoulders, and I've been there to support her throughout, wherever I can be of value, which is obviously not the same. But I think, you know, in everything there comes like a partnership and opportunities for me to continue to support her while she's maybe doing more of the work. It's how do I then support Karina? I think it's a team effort, and we're blessed to have a healthy baby, and we've been doing our best to give her what I mentioned earlier, everything that we can to make sure that she's safe and comfortable.
I haven't turned the TV on. I'm not watching TV. I'm not doing what I used to do. Now I have a responsibility and to make sure she's eating and growing and getting all the nutrients she needs. So your schedule changes, every day's new, and I'm lucky to have friends and other mothers that have been through this to text and call and say, hey, is this okay? Is this right? And my doctor, and it's an adjustment, but we're getting the hang of it. You just have to just go with it and do the best you can.
It's a 24-hour clock.
Yeah. During the day, it's this term called cluster feeding, which I never knew what that meant until day 2 at the hospital, when she did not sleep and was awake with me from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m., feeding every almost 15 to 20 minutes. And all the nurses are like, oh yeah, the second day is the worst. It's called cluster feeding. And I'm like, what's cluster feeding? Because I have never heard of that. And now it's kind of happening during the day, which I'm okay with, because now I'm my body's adjusting to sleeping those 3 hours at night. So whether it's midnight, 3.
It's about 2 hours, because by the time you feed
and then get up.
It's like a 3 hour from the time she starts feeding. I think a lot of pressure is on Karina, and my job is to try to ease her from that pressure as much as possible, because unfortunately I can't feed myself, right? So it's kind of, how do I help Karina through these times?
Every day I'm learning something new about my body and her and how we can work together. And at night it's been pretty smooth. She hasn't been crying like crazy right now, which, knock on wood. And yeah, that's my day right now. I think now I'm really understanding like what my friends have been through when they said that, you know, that there's just so much pressure on a woman, where before I was like, oh, I don't know, maybe they're exaggerating, maybe it's, and now I'm like, no, there's a lot of pressure. It's scary because sometimes things don't work out the way that you want them to in terms of feeding and this and that, and that's scary in itself because you feel like as a mom you're not doing your job. That's scary when you just feel like you just became a mom and something's not working out the way you thought it was going to be. People tell you, don't be emotional, don't cry, the baby feels you, and it's like, well, I need to cry right now. Like I'm on no sleep, and all I want to do is cry. So, I don't know, that's scary in itself, just like writing your emotions at the same time that you need to be strong for this baby.
But it's gotten, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
From Saturday to
Exactly, the first
today,
couple of days were the toughest, but like, I think we've come.
Yeah, because I got some rest. I really think it's like when you're on no sleep and you just went through what you went through in your body, you're gonna be irritable and everything and every sound is gonna bother you, and it's, yeah. Like, she's so cute, and she's starting to smile more, and like she'll be sleeping and she's dreaming and she's like smiling in her dream, and she's just so soft and like just her, like everything about her. Like I can't believe like I have a daughter and that's my daughter. It's still hitting me every day. I can stare at her all day. Nothing else matters.
I think it's just those little things of when she smiles, she's sleeping, she's swaddled, and like you'll just randomly see her like cheeks go up and she's smiling. I'm like, whoa, she's probably dreaming about something amazing. Like we want to be dreaming about that too. I think, you know, just us and me seeing Karina and Celine together is exciting to me, because I know there's going to be a special mother-daughter bond with Karina and Celine.
Just don't stress. I was stressing like the littlest things, and I'm like, when I had the baby and I had to do those things, I'm like, this is what I was worried about? This is so easy. So I would just tell new moms, like, those little things are nothing compared to feeling a contraction, first of all, and then bringing a baby home and putting her in a car seat. Like, I was panicked about the car seat, and that drive home, we drove home at 11 a.m. on Thanksgiving morning. There was not a car on the street, so I couldn't have asked for a better drive home. But those things were worrying me, you know? Things in my house were worrying me that have not been an issue at all. Ask for help when you need help, and you can watch all the YouTubes and read all the mom blogs and hear about other moms' journeys, and that's great, like, if you want to educate yourself, but your journey is going to be completely different. Don't compare yourself to other mothers that you see on social media, on the internet, whatever. Do what you can, get what you need, and just don't stress. Everything is going to work out the way that it was meant to be.
You can be as prepared as you can be, but maybe it's never enough, and maybe everyone has their own journey, and you're going to be a great parent if you focus on it. And I think making sure the priorities are right and making sure that you're ready to mentally embrace that challenge is very important. I think you found a lot of support through friends and family.
Yeah.
Again, most of that support has been people that have gone through.
You need like a handful of people. You don't need 30 people creating noise around you. You really just need like a solid 5.
But also those 5 that you relate to, that would think like you, that can understand, because there's people
that
have a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
And if you're listening to someone that had a very different experience or thinks about parenthood very differently, it doesn't necessarily align.
Right. So it needs to be somebody who's like on
the same page.
Similar wavelengths, same page, been through it, doing what we're doing. And you just need like your partner to be with you and like help you and support you through everything. It's really just that, I think, is what I need.
Am I there?
And he's there, so it's good. I couldn't do this without him, for sure.
And I couldn't do it without her, I promise.
That's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll tune in next time for more stories from parents just like you.